Hey, Dave Frank from Cleveland. Real quick question. What do you think about signing the guy the Packers just released, Alexander? He would be compliment Denzel Ward on the other side, would be back to the Dixon Minifield days, I believe. And you and the family be safe, be good, and God bless you. Love you, brother.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Let's welcome in Tim Bielek from the Plain Dealer at cleveland.com. Tim, I love the idea of another shutdown corner. Alexander hasn't been healthy, and the reason he's a free agent, he refused to take a pay cut. They wanted to cut his pay because he hasn't played, last 3 years really, hasn't played a number of games.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing when it comes to Jaire Alexander because he's a guy who's certainly one of the better corners in the NFL when healthy. But that caveat is just that when healthy. I mean, so many times in football you talk about how the best ability is availability, and that just hasn't been there the last handful of years for Jaire Alexander. So when I look at where the Browns are, actually, I think with corner, they're in a pretty good spot as far as depth goes. I mean, you have your three starters if you go nickel and Ward, Martin Emerson, and Greg Newsome, and then you have the depth back there with Cameron Mitchell as your fourth corner. I think if you're going to add guys, I would look more, adding more depth at receiver. I know they just signed Deontay Johnson, but I just think, with where the roster is, corner is still one of your deepest positions if you're the Browns. So would it be nice to get Jaire Alexander, especially if it's a small, prove it kind of 1 year contract? Sure, no question about it. But I would feel like, if they were going to add to the roster, there'd be a couple other areas they would go besides trying to build on what's already a strength.
It's kind of interesting. Some have suggested that the Browns have some depth at cornerback, and they might trade Green Bay for their depth at wide receiver. Again, I don't know that I'd be in a big hurry to get rid of Greg Newsome or Martin Emerson. I know they're in their final year of the contract, et cetera, but you're going to need that defense to be really good this year if you're going to win some games.